Hey, and welcome back to our video tutorial course where I show you the nuts and bolts tools you can use to take your business from idea to reality. And what is more important than building a business than building an audience? But of course, social media can be so overwhelming. I mean, do you know how much work it takes to build up a loyal following and fan base of potential customers who are going to support you and purchase from you while you're doing all the nitty-gritty dirty work of actually running your business? I mean, it's almost as if social media and marketing are businesses within themselves. So if you want to enjoy doing more of what you're passionate about and having an automated system created to worry about all that extra menial administrative task, then let me show you a great tool that I use to handle my social media management. Now, as you know, a lot of people have different options to help them do their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram. Edgar is really popular. I used to use PageModo as well, but I'm going to show you one that is just super simplified, requires little work at all to use, and that's very self-explanatory with the user interface. I'm a big believer in using things that are not confusing, that have a very clean layout, so that anyone can feel not intimidated by it or overwhelmed. And that app for me is Buffer. So you're going to go ahead to buffer.com, and I'm going to show you what it looks like starting from scratch if you were to sign in or sign up with your Twitter. I already have an account, but I don't use it a lot anymore because I have, luckily, an assistant helping me with it, so it'll be just as fresh for you as it is for me. So you'll see that there's no hidden secrets to using this. I'll show you real time what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click sign up with Twitter, or for me it's sign in because I've already used it. It's going to go ahead and authorize with your Twitter account, as any app does. And then it should take me to my dashboard. So here's what it's going to look like, even if you haven't used it before. So it's going to ask you to connect your social networks. Now, what's great about this is that once you set it, you forget it. So you'll have these connections that will establish themselves on your sidebar here. As you can see, I've already done it. But whenever you click on this button, you will be taken to the page. It will authorize your login info so that you never have to worry about it again. So I've already connected my Twitter. I've connected my Facebook page. Now, do remember there's a difference between your personal profile and your business page. So if you're a little dyslexic like me, please don't click personal profile, because then you'll be sending all your valuable content out to just your friends and not to your business page. You can also connect a group, which I didn't realize they had that option before, but now I've connected my group so that I can also have a little bit of content being pushed out to my Facebook groups when I don't have time to go in there and do it personally. You can also connect LinkedIn, Google Plus if you still use it, and of course Pinterest is now a fantastic option they've added, which saves me so much time. So what I'm going to go ahead and show you as to how to use each one of these. So let's start with Letitia Elizabeth. So what you should really do when you're using any kind of social media management tool is to set out or block out a point of time in your week to develop content ideas. It can be a very simple content editorial calendar, which I love that term, and I've been using it being in magazines for years and years. But it is definitely something that anybody should be using and referencing, and it can be as small and simple as you want, or as detailed and thorough as you want. So I have mine open here, so you can see our team works on this and we share it as a Google Doc, and we keep our ideas for each platform for the week, and you can create one that's based on the whole year, and then you simply just add a week as you go along in different sheets. But this way, if you have an assistant, an intern, or even your sister or brother helping you, this is a collaborative document, and as soon as you think of something, you can add it. So I have a post for Twitter. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. And this was just a Sunday that I just sat down and thought of all the different ideas I can post on my social media and inserted them into the document. So when you click on your Twitter account, it's going to pull it up. And what it will do is it's going to block out all the other connections that you have. But if you wanted to share that same piece of content to another platform, you simply click on it until it highlights. So this particular Twitter post would actually do great on my Facebook page. And so I'm going to make sure I hover over to see which one it is. And it's that one, Post to Letitia Elizabeth, which is my business pro. And that's it. Now, the great thing about it is that you can add a picture and it will let you know automatically if you've run out of space, because you still do only have 140 characters on Twitter. So you could add an image and you could see right here, I have 46 characters left for a link, for an image. So if I wanted to add my landing page here, as I type, I see how many characters I have left. So that's great if you're worried about it being cut off once you post it. Now, you can add this to the queue. You could share it now. You could share it next if you already have some posts in line, or you could schedule it. But let me tell you a great little handy thing about Buffer. I'm going to add it to the queue. But when you are on your dashboard, you'll see that you have these options up here called Analytics, Schedule, and Settings. So what you want to do maybe once a week is look at your analytics, and it will tell you how your posts have done, how many retweets, mentions, shares, if it's Facebook, and it will also let you choose a schedule. So I'm on Eastern Standard Time right now, and I want it to post every single day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I don't want Sunday, so you can easily just click that. And then based on the most popular times to post, I will select that in the drop box here. So I'm going to do 9 a.m., again at 11 a.m., then again at 7 p.m. when people are coming home from work, and one more time at 9 p.m. Sometimes I'll add another one, because I do have a lot of West Coast customers and fans. So I'm going to put one really late at night, like let's say about 11:45 p.m. And that means that at 7:45 or 8:45, people on the West Coast will be seeing it, and it will automatically save that for you. So then when you go back to content, you can see that it now has scheduled it to 7 a.m. And then you can just start to add more options. Test, 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 add to queue, and it will just go ahead and update that based on your schedule. So now you see one is for 7 p.m. today and another one is for 9 p.m. And the more you add, the more it will automatically schedule it according to the days and times that you selected. And you can do that for everything. So for my Facebook, I have the same thing. Tomorrow there's one going out at 7, at 10, again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all along. I just come in here and I pop them in, add my picture, any link. And then the great option you could do as well is if you kind of want to refresh it, you can even click shuffle and it will automatically change up what you have listed if you feel like you have it in an order that's a little bit too consistent. So sometimes when I'm copying and pasting from my social media calendar, I'll be adding a lot of text heavy posts or a lot of link backs, and then I'll go ahead and add all the image posts because I kind of want to just be in the zone of, adding a photo from my hard drive. So you just click shuffle and then it will interchange everything so that there's a little better flow going on depending on how you added all the content. Now, I want to show you another great thing about Buffer is that once you start to use it a little bit, or even when you first join, you can go to contributions if you have a team, feeds. If you look at a certain link, it will pull in feeds for you. But there's also a great option that they will recommend content for you. So you'll start to get a email with options of content that is recommended. So you don't really have to think too hard when you do that whole once a week, what kind of content should I post? They will automatically start sending you ideas based on the kind of content you've pushed out or what category you're in. So I like to share a lot of business hacks or life hacks or design related content, and they will email that directly to you or provide it in your dashboard so that you can populate your schedule with things that you didn't even think of. They're doing it for you, and all of it is free. So you can stay on the trial if you want, or you can select an option that fits for your budget, and just go ahead and give this a try. Sit down one Sunday, think of all the content you can possibly do, go ahead and schedule, and you'll see how automatic it is. So I'll go ahead and show you my Twitter profile so you can kind of get an example. And these are things that either I retweeted or they were pushed out by the Buffer app. So I didn't even do these. If it's not a retweet, that means it came from Buffer. So here's an example. We make messy in bed glamour easy. Don't try too hard. We made it that way. And it has the link and a picture. So this was pushed out by Buffer. I didn't have to type that up. That was something I did a week ago. I said it and I forgot it. And what else is great is that they do have a extension if you're using Chrome, and you can see it right here in the corner, and then again right here, that anytime you're on any website across the web, you can just click Buffer it and it will add it to your Buffer platform of choice. So if, for example, if I wanted to buffer this particular post and I realized, man, that would be great on our LinkedIn, or, maybe I should share this to my Google Plus. It's got everything already filled in for you. You just choose which platform you want to post it to. So of course I'm going to deselect Twitter. It's already been there. Or if you wanted to retweet this option again, but to a different day, of course you can always select Twitter if you wanted. And then just unhighlight all the options that you don't want it to end up on. I mostly want to reshare this to LinkedIn and Google+. And then you just click Add Queue, and it will add it to your buffer. So you're repurposing your content to different platforms as you think of it. So it couldn't be more simple. Whether you have an assistant or you don't, if you just spend one day a week thinking of great content that you can post, whether you're sharing curated content from around the web, like recipes or gift ideas, or you're coming up with options to push people to your website or landing page, or building up your email list, all it takes is one day a week. Think of as many as you can, and it will automatically schedule it for you for the rest of the week, the rest of the month. It depends on what you like. It could not be easier. So definitely head to buffer.com. Sign in with your Twitter or your social media account of choice, get set up, add some options, and see how easy it is to have your own social media assistant for free working in the background while you focus on things that you love to do a lot more.